global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today. Sequel to the what I may call baseless accusation allegation by Bayo Anenoga, the group from Labour Party have decided to stand tall for Peter Obi, talking about Peter Obi media reach, and they have cried out over what it described as wild, wicked, and baseless allegation by one of the spokespersons to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that's Bayo Anenoga, accusing the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, of being the mastermind of a planned protest in the country. And in a statement signed by Yenusa Tanko, POMR spokesperson, the group said it can report from good and reliable authority that the unsubstantiated allegations have been orchestrated to arrest Obi, limit his freedom, and stop his propagation for good governance. The group said that Peter Obi, by his men in and out of political office, has not in any way shown or been associated with violence, even in the face of the most obvious provocation. According to him, he says he has always shown, even during the electioneering, that he is issue-driven as he carries on without calling anybody's name. POMR is also aware that multiple attack dogs have been hired and strategically deployed to ensure that Obi does not enjoy the ears of the Nigerian populace who are keen on hearing his voice on issues. These spin doctors and hirelings to justify their pay indulges in all kinds of falsehood, ostensibly to distract Obi and confuse Nigerians who already see Obi as soothing balm in the current turbulent political and economic environment. All the problems, real and imagined, created by this insensitivity and lavish lifestyle they have curiously try to link to Obi. Notable challenges of the administration, which are consequences of their actions and inactions, like fuel subsidy fallout, growing poverty in the land, inflation, nepotism, and unresolved historical conflict, among others, they blame all on Obi. POMR therefore wish to urge Nigerians to ignore the presidency cheap blackmail, as Obi and the obedient family all over the country in the diaspora remain resolute in their search for a new Nigeria that is possible and would not be cowed or be made to lose focus. Meanwhile, in a related, according to a statement released by the national coordinator Yahaya M. Abdullahi in Abuja today, he says that the narrative making the rounds that the Arewa youth ambassadors had shelved its planned protest aimed at expressing its dissatisfaction with the President Tinubu's anti-people policy is at best false and at worst misleading. Let me be categorical. There is no going back on our words, as the protest is scheduled for 1st August 2024. Everywhere in the world, people make government, not the other way around. But why should the government brought about by the people in Nigeria be only for those in the corridor of its power? If President Tinubu's led government is for Nigeria as a whole, why on earth the false pretense? It is so sad and pathetic that suffering have become unspeakable and persuasive, while the power that is kept on looking the other way, while those in power are okay. I'll take that again. He says it is so sad and pathetic that suffering have become unspeakable and persuasive, while the power that is kept on looking the other way. We wish to make it clear that the protest becomes necessary considering the insecurity that spiral upwards, coupled with incessant food and fuel crisis, unemployment, and high cost of living bedeviling our region in particular and the country in general. Arewa Youth ambassadors state beyond any doubt that the protest will happen on the slated date unless the government reverses its policy that have given rise to gruesome hunger and multidimensional poverty in the land. Is Nigeria not even on the brink of revolution? Perhaps if anyone had failed to strike a card for its outbreak, President Tinubu's starvation scheme surely will, because Nigerians would rather be killed on the street by the security forces being paid through their taxes than be laid to death by hunger and in their homes and maybe on or in their beds. And you know hunger knows no bound. Therefore, as a group of peaceful citizens, we are left with no option than to protest the anti-masses tendencies that President Tinubu-led government continues to introduce on a daily basis. That was the position of the national chairman, and there had been so many reactions. Someone say it's happening in the north, and that's fine. Houses in the southwest are sure never going to protest. They know they overdo away from home. It's democratic and they can go ahead with it. Another person here says, if they not wanted to protest, they would have been protesting already. All this statement they are making is nonsense. This one just want to cash out. You want to protest and you are behaving like labor union, press release here and there. Una never hunger reach to protest. The North is only wired to protest if it involves Islam. Anything outside that, just say one spaghetti or one cup of rice, attach 1K to it, and they will go home and rest. A person went for that to say also their leaders are also testing the waters to see if any group in the south will join them. All they have received is mute response, the same response they gave to the south under Buhari. My colleague is in the house. So much is being said here. Now, the Labour Party had also spoken up about Onanuga's kind of allegation against Peter Obi. The North are saying they are not turning their backs anytime soon. What's your position on all of this?
Like I said earlier on, I still believe that there's still not enough time, just about a few days to go.
11 days precisely.
Let there be a press release, a press conference. Let there be a town hall meeting where Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, will sit in a meeting with top youths across the regions and share his plans and view. Look, trying to be patching it here and there and not carrying the people along will worsen the situation. There's honestly, forget propaganda, there is real hunger out there. Some of these politicians have more than enough to spare, so they really have no idea of the level of hunger. There's no price control. Anybody can wake up and put any amount of thing they want. And you can imagine some peppers, a red pepper, fresh pepper goes for sometimes 4 or 5, 200 naira. So one pepper now is 15 naira. What has changed? Did the ground change? Everybody now is a boss of their own, no control board, nothing. So at the end of the day, it's the average Nigerian that he gets hit. And it's only normal and logical for them to go on some sort of protest, peaceful years, to let the president know that maybe at the beginning there'll be some, they let him know the situation of things that is dire right now. But well, let's see how it plays out eventually.
All right, that's where we'd like to leave it. Let's meet in our comment section and talk more on this. What's your position on all this wahala that is happening in the country? Let's interact.
Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.